Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my unpopular opinion. If you like my commentary, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn your post notifications on and things like that, y'all. I'm trying to get the consistency going and everything. And I've been peeping some of the comments like, okay, for the consistency. So thank y'all for noticing. I'm trying. So let's get into a few topics that I want to discuss. Random topics, really. For one, I want to talk about Nicki Minaj, the queen of rap and hip hop, as we all know her. She has won again. Nicki has won the People's Choice Award, which is so important because it's literally the People's Choice. I mean, we see the contrast from the Grammys, the whack fake Grammys or the scammies as everybody likes to call them. And then we see like the People's Choice Award where the people are actually voting and supporting the person that they like. So we know that the powers that be that are against Nicki at this time, they love trying to make it seem like on the internet, because they have all these bots and paid pages, and they put out so much money to try and tarnish her name and image. So they try to make it seem like she's not supported by the general public, but when the actual numbers come in for awards like the People's Choice Awards, or for her tour, or for her actual music selling, it always shows that the people do love her, and she is irreplaceable. She is forever, and she is set in stone as far as hip hop and her longevity and her success. So no matter what they do to try to fudge numbers and fake everything, because it's all a facade in this industry, Nicki is one of the real people who are pulling real numbers and who has like real support. So y'all don't let the fake hate that you see on Twitter and on all these other platforms that they manufacture, don't let that disguise and like distract you from the actual love that people have for Nicki. And even those that hate her truly love her. And in order for you to hate someone, you had to love them first. So most people who are hating on Nicki are just supporting others, to spite her. So at the end of the day, it all goes back to Nicki. Your favorite female rapper that you support today, most likely you only support her deep down inside because you are upset with Nicki about something. So you still make it about the queen Nicki. And so that's fine. We'll take it. Like she said, she doesn't mind being the villain because she knows she can handle it. These other hoes can't. Also, speaking of Nicki, I just wanted to lightly touch on how some of these raggedy hoes who think that they're female rappers who are inspired by the queen and who are just jealous of her because she pays them dust, like Duckface Baby Tate, with her ugly style, her ugly voice, her everything is just whack. Like, girl, you're a carbon copy. You're trying to be like Nicki, yet you want to go on the internet and shade her. Stuff like that just irks me because we know. Oh, but you know what? Great topic to talk about really quickly. So Landon Romano, who was or who is like an Instagram influencer, comedian type guy, he actually recently commented on Nicki's post saying that she was the only female rapper whose camp has not reached out to him for like publicity or to use his page to support them. So that goes to show a lot of these people, like how Trina randomly tried to shade Nicki, or how Remy's recently speaking back out about Nicki, or how some of these girls just come for her. A lot of them are being paid allegedly by the some of these people who are higher ups to further the narrative of Nicki not being supported by her peers and all that kind of stuff. So whenever you see random hate just rolling out for Nicki, it's usually paid for and manufactured. And I wouldn't be surprised if Baby Tate's whack broke ass took a little check to try to shade Nicki. We know Lady DeLassure years ago talked about how they offered her hundreds of thousands of dollars to diss Nicki and she declined it. So we know that they put out money to further the narrative against her. So y'all, I just want to throw that out there. Secondly, I want to talk about how Chris Brown, unfortunately, is just constantly being hammered down in the industry. I know a lot of people dislike him for some of the mistakes he's made in the past. But Chris Brown's legacy and his talent and gift is unmatched, and we can't just erase him. I think we need to stop trying to. It's so interesting how we hold black men accountable for things that we don't hold other type men accountable for, and how we allow black men to be hammered down with their past, but white men get to have it, scotch free. And I hate to make it about that, but Chris is an icon and a legend, and whoever he's pissed off in the industry has clearly, in my opinion, blackballed him. And so he's actually going through something very similar like Nicki, as far as having to show the real support he gets from his fans, but they still do so much to hinder his success and tear him down. And you can tell, unlike like Nicki, she pushes past it, but you can tell that the way they blackball Chris Brown, that it actually hurts him. Like, he hates it. And it's so unfortunate, but he just has to continue to rise above and focus on the people that actually do support him. And because he has a very large, genuine fan base, and Chris Brown does sell and still make good music and is still talented. So, they try to play in his face the same way they try to play in Nicki's face. He just has to propel past it. Lastly, I want to talk about Beyonce being called out by the songwriter. This isn't surprising. Beyonce is all about self, in my opinion. Love her, but she's all about self. And it's the same thing like with Chloe and Halle. She signed these girls, in some people's opinions, just to hinder them from being successful, right? Because it's no way that she signed both of these girls, and neither one of them with movies. Like, Halle has had movies come out, and Chloe has had so much publicity and support, or budding talk about her success, yet she hasn't been able to reach it, and a lot of people think she's being sabotaged. I wouldn't be surprised if Beyonce was holding her back to hold the spot for someone like Blue Ivy, which ironically she did put on her last tour to give some publicity, and that was her planting the seed for Blue to become successful in this industry. Mark my words. So I wouldn't be surprised. Beyonce is strategic that way, and so we'll see. Guys, that's all I have for this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about every topic, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.